Have you ever found yourself looking at an amazing drawing and thinking, I'll never reach that level? If the answer is yes, know that you're not alone. The journey of an artist is full of ups and downs, and that's completely normal. When we start drawing, it feels like each step is a giant challenge, almost like there's a wall between who we are now and who we want to become. The truth is that every artist, from the masters you admire to that friend who has been drawing for years, has faced these same difficulties. What sets them apart is not talent, but how they deal with these challenges. In today's video, we're going to talk about the main obstacles that beginner artists face and, most importantly, how to overcome them. So stay with me until the end because I'm sure you'll relate, and who knows, you might discover new ways to handle your own challenges. By the way, if you're tired of drawing and feeling like nothing is improving, pay attention. Marc Brunet's Art School for Digital Artists was what pulled my drawings out of stagnation and gave me an insane boost. It's like going through an art school, but for a fraction of the price and only with what really matters: perspective, anatomy, color, composition, and much more, all explained step by step, from beginner to advanced. It is, by far, the best and most complete art course on the market. Don't waste time stuck at the same level. The link's in the description. Check it out now. Let's get back to the video. Excessive self-criticism. Who hasn't looked at their own work and thought, "This is terrible, I'm a lousy artist"? Self-criticism is important, of course, but when it becomes the main focus instead of helping, it paralyzes. You find yourself comparing your initial stage with artists who are light years ahead. And then the cycle begins. You try, you're not satisfied, you give up. If I could give you one tip here, it would be this: allow yourself to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the process. Think about when you learned to ride a bike. How many times did you fall before you finally got the hang of it? Drawing is the same. Every stroke that seems wrong is actually teaching you something new. Anxiety for quick results. We live in an era where everything seems instant. Social media is out there, showing amazing artists posting phenomenal work every week. Then you think, I need to improve quickly. The anxiety of wanting immediate results is a dangerous trap. Because guess what? Art is a process. There are no shortcuts. Every stroke, every study, every sketch is part of a path that takes time. When you compare yourself to those who are more advanced, without considering the time they've invested, it's like wanting to run a marathon on the first day of training. So take a deep breath and trust the process. Each day you draw is another day of progress. Lack of clarity in goals. Many beginner artists get lost because they don't have a clear vision of what they want. They want to draw better, but they don't know exactly what that means. Do you want to draw characters, landscapes, develop your own style? Being clear about what you want to achieve is essential to defining your path. Without that, you might end up jumping from technique to technique, never delving deep into any of them. Here's a simple tip. Take a moment to reflect on what inspires you, on what you really enjoy drawing. Make a list of skills you want to develop and work on them, one at a time. Fear of leaving the comfort zone. In the beginning, we tend to always draw the same things, the same types of shapes, strokes, and themes. This is great for building confidence, but over time, it can become a block. The fear of trying something new, of failing, or of not being good enough keeps you stuck in the same place. When was the last time you tried drawing something completely different from what you're used to? Trying new things is essential for growth. And yes, at first it will be difficult, maybe even frustrating. But every time you challenge yourself, you learn something new and expand your skills. Lack of constructive feedback. If you're just starting out, it can be hard to know what you're doing wrong or where you can improve. Many beginner artists draw alone, without asking for anyone's opinion, or they ask for feedback from people who have no experience with art. And what happens? You end up receiving criticism that doesn't help, or worse, that demotivates you. That's why it's important to find a group of people with whom you can share your work, whether online or in person. Study groups, artist forums, or even friends who also draw can offer that constructive criticism that will help you see areas for improvement you hadn't noticed before. Lack of discipline and consistency. If you want to get better at drawing, there's no other way. You have to practice. But practice needs to be regular. It's no use drawing one day and then not touching the pencil for a week. Consistency is what will ensure your progress over time. And yes, I know that sometimes we end up putting drawing aside because of other responsibilities, but if drawing is important to you, try to include it in your routine, even if it's just for 15 minutes a day. What matters is the frequency, not the amount of time you spend drawing at once. Comparing yourself to other artists. This is a trap that can destroy your confidence and motivation. We look at the work of someone more experienced and think, I'll never reach that level. The problem with this comparison is that you're only looking at the final result, but you don't see the process. You don't see the sketches that didn't work, the frustrating days that artist went through. So, next time you catch yourself comparing, remember that everyone has their own pace and path. And most importantly, your journey is unique. There's no set finish line, so stop trying to chase a perfection that, in reality, doesn't even exist. If you can recognize these obstacles and, more importantly, find ways to deal with them, you'll realize that the artistic journey, despite being challenging, is extremely rewarding. Each obstacle you overcome makes you not only a better artist, but also a more resilient and determined person. So the next time you feel like you're facing a wall, remember, you have the ability to climb it, and what's on the other side will be worth it. If this video helped you, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next ones. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to check the description. There are several important links that can help you even more. See you in the next video.